Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at Noon. I'm Craig Pearson, bringing you the best from the paper and the web. Canadian Transportation Minister John Baird is at the Detroit Economic Club today. He'll stress the urgency of Michigan passing legislation to jumpstart the DRIC bridge process. Some Republican lawmakers have suggested that the government should not compete with the Ambassador's Bridge's wish to twin its span. An 89-year-old woman was knocked down and her purse snatched shortly after 10 a.m. this morning. She received lacerations to the head. Police are looking for a suspect who is described as African Canadian, about 20 years old, and about 5'5". We have some reader prom photos posted online, since it's that time of the year where young people get dressed up in their finest to celebrate graduation. We're also going to have some staff shot photos as they come in for a special section online and in the paper. Windsor Council meets tonight, and we'll discuss whether they will allow a Detroit River dinner cruise boat to come back. The Windsor River Cruises Limited boat is described in an administration report as a 93-foot modern affair. And Don MacArthur, who normally hosts the Net News with me, will be live blogging from the City Council meeting tonight. So you can check that out online. And as well, talking about live blogging, at 8 a.m. our sports staff will live blog the Windsor Spitfires game in Brandon, Manitoba. The Spits have a chance to clinch a spot in the Memorial Cup final if they win against the Calgary Hitmen tonight. Also online right now is an interesting piece from Canadian Auto Workers President Ken Lewenza, who argues that now that government has a stake in some of the auto companies because of bailout money, they should help guarantee benefits for workers. Here to discuss the issue with us right now is Windsor Star business editor Ellen Van Wageningen. Hello, Ellen.
Good morning, Craig.
Thanks for coming on, and on very short notice, I might add.
Yes,
I appreciate
don't ask any hard questions.
Okay. Well, no, I guess the question is there any hope that the government might do what Ken Lewenza suggests and guarantee benefits for workers?
Well, both the Ontario and the Canada government have said that they are going to sell their equity shares in these companies. I think they realize that giving billions of dollars to the auto industry is could leave a bad taste in some taxpayers' mouth. Not everybody lives in areas where cars are made. So politically, it's a tough one for both Ontario and Ottawa, though they've obviously supported the auto industry in a big way.
You know, they have, which I think was a good thing, especially for an auto town like Windsor. But what you're saying is they're certainly not interested in being long-term car company investors.
No, and again, it's Ken Lewenza, the CAW, they are looking for ways to preserve the auto jobs we have because there's still more cuts to come. So it's understandable that they're looking, proposing something like this. They're saying other governments do it, but the stake right now that Canada and Ontario have in GM and Chrysler is quite small. I mean, the biggest stake is still the American government. So
right.
Even if we keep that equity, how much sway will we have? That's another good question.
Now, it seems to me that there's actually been some signs of a turnaround. I mean, I know they're not out of the woods yet, but it seems that there has been some more business going well for the car companies, or?
Well, certainly sales are picking up. So, and GM in particular seems to be turning around. But again, even you never know in the auto industry. But certainly things are turning around. They're able to pay this money off, which I think makes them feel good. But I mean, they took a lot of money from the government. So, but it has paid off. So I think people like Ken Lewenza can say, it was worth it.
Right. Well, and maybe it was worth it. Although that doesn't mean that they'll necessarily step in and ensure the benefits. But so GM actually has paid off all its money?
It's paid off the portion that was given as loans, not the portion that was given as equity, which is what we're talking about, right? Keep those shares.
Right.
They're hoping to sell the shares, both I think the U.S. government as well, eventually, to get some of their money back for taxpayers.
And I think that's what a lot of people wouldn't understand, because I don't think I understood it till just now, is that they had the loan, but they also bought shares, but even the shares they hope to sell, as far as you understand.
And both Canada and Ontario have said they would. Yes.
Well, Ellen, thank you very much for coming on and explaining that for us. That's all we have for today, but please click on Boy Tomorrow for some more Net News at Noon.